Hey guys, welcome back to From Scratch with Chef Nico. Today we're making pizza. First, we're gonna make the dough. I'm temping the water to ensure that it's 105 Fahrenheit, and then I'm adding the yeast to help the yeast bloom. Now I'm gonna start with the dry ingredients. I'm using the whisk to loosen up the flour so there's no lump in it. I add sugar and salt, and then I'm using the whisk again to mix all the ingredients together so you can have an evenly balanced salt and sugar. So once the yeast is bloom, you can look for the frothiness on top of the yeast liquid, or you can test and see. So I'm adding the yeast mixture to the flour. Then I'm gonna add the olive oil. I'm gonna combine it together. I'm using a dough cutter, or otherwise known as a dough mixer, because I didn't want to use the hook attachment because this is such a small amount of dough. So I use my hand. So I'm using the dough cutter to mix it and also fold it together to combine to make the dough. Once that a nice sticky texture like this, it's soft, not too soft, but not too dry as well. I'm gonna start making it into a ball. So I'm gonna add some flour on the table, spread it out so prevent it from sticking. I use a dough scraper and to take out all the dough out of the bowl. So I'm adding flour on my hand to prevent the dough from sticking. So now we're trying to develop the gluten in the bread, or in the dough rather. So I'm doing the press and fold method, where you press it down and fold it within itself. Do it a couple of times to ensure that it reaches the right textures. Then I'm going to put it in a ball. So this is the press and roll, where you form a ball using your palm of your hands. I'm using oil to lather the bowl, and then I'm going to cover it up and put it to rest. So now we're going to make the sauce. I'm making an X at the bottom of the tomatoes. These are Roma tomatoes, to make it easier to peel once it's blanched. We're going to blanch it for about 2 to 3, probably possible 4 minutes, depends on how thick they are. And then we're gonna take them out and add them to ice cold water with ice, and shock them so it's easy to peel off. So I'm working on carrots, celery, and onion, basic mirepoix that we're gonna cook up together with some olive oil and use for the base of our sauce. For some reason, I can't find the video that actually showed when I was cooking it up, so I will just tell you exactly what it is. So we dice these up and saute with some oregano and dry oregano, some salt, some pepper, and the olive oil. And once that's done, we remove the tomatoes from the water and add it to the ice bath where it's going to be blanched. Once that, we're going to dice up the tomato, add it to the mixture, cook that down, and then we're going to blend it up once the tomato starts to release its water. So the next video is going to show when we actually start blending it up. So this is the product of the tomato, the basil, the onions, the carrots, and the celery together. So I'm using a hand mixer to blend it together and to create that saucy mixture. So as you can see, it's very light. This is where we're going to add some tomato paste. The tomato paste enrichen the sauce itself, and also give it that dark red color that we always love. So yeah, mix it up. And add a little water as well. So yeah, we're gonna mix it up. See that nice richness? That's what we want. So the dough have been poofed and ready, so we're gonna work it out now. So what I'm doing is putting it into a ball again so I can divide it. This is a lot of dough from more than one people, so I'm dividing it into two. I'm gonna use one half and put the other half away. Make sure that you use a flour surface because you don't want your dough to stick. I'm also gonna put some flour on the board because I don't want it to be stick when you put it in the oven. So I'm working the dough, I'm stretching it out. You can always start from the middle and then lead yourself in. I like my crust to be extra thick, like you can see it once it's finished. So I tend to work the dough out, but still leave that nice fluffiness at the end. So I'm gonna add my dough to the board and pump up my side because I want those nice crispy crusts. My oven is set at 500 degrees and I'm using a pizza brick, a small oval pizza brick that's in my oven, so the temperature keep at the same while it's baking. So I add my tomato sauce and my cheese. I'm gonna add some spinach and I'm gonna add some pepperoni. Ooh, that looks so good already. So I'm gonna put it in for about like 10 minutes. That's the pizza brick right there. And voila, look at that homemade thick crust juicy pizza. Oh. Yeah, and that's it, guys. Thank you for watching.